Ladies, if you're feeling stressed out, overwhelmed, or anxious, then in this video, I'm going to be explaining how aligning with the late summer season is going to help you. So we all know that there's 4 seasons in a year, but in traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine, they talk about 5 elements. So where does the extra element fit into our 4 seasons? So in traditional Chinese medicine, they tell us that there's the summer season and then there's the late summer season as well. So the late summer season is a short period at the end of summer, so from about the 3rd week of summer up until around the 22nd of September. And this is an important period to get our bodies ready seasonally for the autumn that will be impending. Now, this season is in charge of the organ of the spleen, and the spleen helps us to absorb and distribute the energy from our food throughout our body. So it actually is very much linked to our digestive systems. So this is really important for you if you suffer from bloating, from reflux, from IBS, constipation, diarrhea, burping, passing wind, all of those embarrassing things that we would like to lessen the discomfort of. This 5th element is known as the earth element. You might recognize that your earth element is a little bit out of balance if you're an over giver. So what I mean by that is it's really important that we're helping others here in this world, but not if we have got depleted resources ourselves. So we need to shine the spotlight on ourselves first, make sure that we're fully resourced, like we have enough energy to give. Other symptoms of the earth element being a little bit out of balance is perhaps if you're feeling a little bit lonely. So we want to align and harmonize ourselves with the season of which we're currently in. And there's 3 ways we can do this. We can do it through our lifestyle, through our diet, and through our spiritual practices. So let's dive into number 1 and give you some tips for your lifestyle. So if your earth element is out of balance, you may notice that you're a little bit of a natural worrier. So if that's you, drop it in the comments and let me know below. I'm laughing because I know that there's so many of us, and I include myself in this. It's something that I've had to work really, really hard to bring back into balance a little bit more. And we want to have compassion and we want to have empathy, but worry doesn't really get us anywhere, does it? So the number 1 tip that I'm going to give you to reduce your worry is to cut down on your amount of exposure to the news. Yes, if you are watching the news as soon as you wake up in the morning or last thing before you go to bed at night, this is really stimulating our nervous system and putting worrying thoughts into our mind just before we sleep or just before we start our day. Now, you may like to keep up with current affairs, but maybe you can do that at another time of day. So not as soon as you wake and not at the last thing at night either. For me personally, I get my current news from other people around me, so I don't watch it at all. Believe me, other people will keep you up to date if it's anything that we need to know about or that we need to take action on. You're not going to miss out on anything. Even when you walk into a supermarket and the newspapers are there by the door, you can just glance over and read the headlines. So number 1, if you're a little bit of a natural worrier, stop listening to the news first thing in the morning or last thing at night. And if you've ever done that before and you found it's been beneficial, I'd love to hear your experience in the comments as well. Okay, number 2, so the diet. The diet related to this earth element is foods that are yellow and orange and that are naturally sweet. So hooray, you may hear a lot of the time that we need to be eating less sweet foods, but if they're naturally sweet, this can be very nourishing for the spleen and for the digestion as well. So of course we do need a balance, and it can be depleting if we have too many sweet foods, but I'm not talking about processed sweet foods here. I'm talking about foods which are orange and which are yellow, like pumpkins, like peaches, like nectarines, like all the different kinds of gorgeous squashes that are soon going to be available to us. They're all naturally sweet. So we want to be including some more of these into our diet. There's also lots of herbs that we can work with during the earth element season. So just as a reminder, that's from about the 3rd week in August till around the 22nd of September. One of those herbs, and it comes under that lovely yellow colour, is chamomile. And this is very calming to the digestive system as well. So that is your tip number 2, to be eating seasonal foods, to be including more yellows and oranges into your diet at this time of year. And number 3 is to work with your spiritual practices, and that may look different for everyone. So if you're religious, you may have some religious practices. Otherwise, you may tune into those such as yoga, meditation, breath work, and just taking time out doing things you enjoy. So maybe even having a bath, that could be a spiritual practice if you made it into a ritual and you didn't have any tech in the room at the same time. This could be really, really nourishing for you. So I've put together a free meditation for you to help release stress, to help you gain control over your anxiety. And if you're not used to meditating or you're not used to having any spiritual practices, this will be a great tool for you to use at this time of year. Toward the end of the summer, we want to start slowing down and preparing the body for autumn a little bit. So as we get to that time, we're in a stronger position with our immune systems to be fighting any viruses or colds that may be about at the time. So I'm going to drop it down here. If you would like to grab the free meditation, it's guided, it's only 10 minutes long, and I think you'll find this one surprisingly easy to join in. Now, all of this kind of information we share inside our membership, which is called the Holistic Health Circle, where I've done a late summer nutrition talk. I've gone more into the fruits, the vegetables, the grains, the nuts, the seeds, the herbs, the vitamins and minerals that you want to be taking at this time of year, that is really going to help support your body to reduce stress, to reduce anxiety, or perhaps you just want to elevate your health in general. And all of this seasonal information is going to help you. So thanks for watching today. We would love to hear your feedback. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel to get the notification for our next video that we're releasing.